I made this mistake too, possibly including here on this channel, and I feel really terrible about it. So that's why I'm making this video. I know that many teachers out there, including some absolutely fantastic players, have made this mistake when teaching their students and in the practice room. So a very common misconception is to think about the arm structure as having layers of 6 joints, if you count this way. And that's even after being made aware that the arm structure includes the collarbone and the shoulder blade. Okay, so the common mistake is that to count 6 joints going like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is a grave mistake, and it can lead great players to subconsciously move their bodies against nature, against what it's meant to do. That's because it leaves out the most important joint of all. So before I go over that, I also want to make you aware of something really important about the joints that I already did mention, as I was pointing. And even if you already learned this, it's so easy to forget about it. Of course, this is something that I've read about and more than once. And of course, as a busy teacher and performer, going from one gig to another, to teach at the school, to make this video for you, and other things going on in our lives. This is for everybody, all the things going on in our lives, not just violin playing, but everything we do. It's so easy to forget about this. So, and if you don't know about this, if this is the first time you learn about this, then congratulations. You're taking the next step to freedom in your playing and in your daily movements. The wrist has 3 joints, not 1, as many of us just believe that the wrist just kind of hinges over like this. And also imagine that the wrist is flat, the wrist bones are flat, which they are not. They kind of more they're the small bones, which are kind of in here, not here. This is not the wrist is kind of over there. Not pointing exact, but for the video I'm just approximating. They're shaped more like in a dome sort of shape. So that, plus the fact that there are 3 joints, okay, all 3 of them have some kind of mobility. Okay, now I don't have time to talk about any details in this video. The next thing is that the elbow joint, we'll call this the elbow joint, I guess, structure. There are in fact 3 of them as well, because you have the humerus, the upper arms, the main bone here, and the forearm has 2 bones, which is the ulna on the pinky side and the radius over here. And all 3 of them, of course, in pairs, they each have a joint. So this is kind of, we call it the elbow joint. Okay, the next one going up, the shoulder. Of course, there's more than 1 joint up there too. The main one of concern to us is that, well, it's so common to just point like this, but the joint that's of most concern to us is actually, hopefully I'm doing this correctly, hopefully I'm pointing to this correctly, it's actually where the end of the humerus, where it joins the side of the shoulder blade. Okay, it's kind of somewhere in the armpit. It's hard to pinpoint exactly, but the side of the shoulder blade and the humerus, they meet together. This is where they kind of work together, where when I swing my arm like this, and I'm relaxed, like doing this lazy swing, the shoulder blade in fact follows along. Okay, all right, finally, this is the one that is always missed by so many folks, and that is right here, where the collarbone attaches the whole arm structure to the body. This is the joint, the only joint that holds your entire arm structure in place. Otherwise your arm would fall off. Okay, so this is really important to mention and include because the collarbone is meant to be mobile. Okay, it's meant to move around just like the other parts of your arm. Okay, this is super important because if I try to keep it in place and I try to move my arm and I try to not to move this, I just kind of hold in place, make my shoulder like pointed straight down, don't let anything move. If I isolate it like this already hurts, okay? It already hurts right over here and even here. Okay, so very important. If you, again, go back to the lazy swing and you put your fingers on the collarbone, notice that, you know, so side to side, okay? Also even forward, like forward and back. It moves, okay? But especially, this is easy to notice if you go up and down. And just being aware of that alone can already encourage us to move more naturally, find better relaxation, better breathing, which of course can help us with nerves, reduce the risk of injury, and also discover a lot of technical abilities that were probably there all along, but they were kind of locked away just due to some of these very common misconceptions. By the way, if you want to learn more about all of this in greater detail, I strongly recommend you check out this book and read it, What Every Violinist Needs to Know About the Body by Jennifer Johnson. This book has been incredibly useful for me, and I will leave my affiliate Amazon link in the description below if you are interested. So I hope this video was useful for you. If so, please give me a quick thumbs up down below to help support this channel and so that more folks can see this video and so that YouTube can help this channel grow. Let me know your biggest takeaway in the comment section below. Until next time, happy practicing.